Austin Cindric has addressed his father, Tim Cindric, being fired from Team Penske in the wake of the most recent Indy 500 cheating scandal. I wrote this up over at stockcarreport.com. You can find the link in the description below. So if you don't know what's going on with IndyCar, Team Penske fired Tim Cindric after IndyCar technical director Kevin Blanche declared that the cars of Joseph Newgarden and Will Power failed inspection due to a body fit violation on the rear attenuator. A number of people accused that modified part to give the car better aerodynamics and obviously then increase its speed and performance. Following this failed inspection, Roger Penske fired Tim Cindric, IndyCar Managing Director Ron Rzuski, and IndyCar General Manager Kyle Moyer on Wednesday. Penske said, "Nothing is more important than the integrity of our sport and our race teams. We have had organizational failures during the last 2 years, and we had to make necessary changes. I apologize to our fans, our partners, and our organization for letting them down." Cindric had previously been suspended by Team Penske after it was discovered that Team Penske cars had extra push to pass, including winner Joseph Newgarden at St. Petersburg last year. Newgarden was stripped of his win, while his teammate Scott McLaughlin lost his third-place finish. There was also some points penalties as well as financial measures taken against them. So Cindric addressed his father's firing while speaking to the media ahead of the NASCAR Cup Series Coca-Cola 600 race at Charlotte. He says, "Obviously, what happens in Indy, I'm just as much of a fan and spectator. But obviously, when family is involved, right, you got to understand it from both sides. And I feel like from every step of the way, since I started racing for the team in 2018, I feel like between myself, my pops, and Roger Penske and most involved, I feel like we've done a pretty good job at separating personal life and professional life. And I see this as no different." He continued saying, "Racing can be a cool industry. It can be an incredibly rewarding industry. And past that, it's not something that I have weighing on me heavily for this weekend. And for my pops, I love my dad, and it's kind of about all I have to say about it." He later added, "Professionally, I'm in no different place than I was a week ago. I feel like we have a lot of momentum on our team right now on the 2-car. I've never felt better. I've never had a better start to a season. So for me, I'm more focused on execution. I feel like we've had some really fast race cars and some good opportunities. The interesting thing for me about my first 3 years in Cup is it was the first time I was actually in meetings with my dad. When he was the president of Team Penske, he stepped down from that role earlier this year, and he referenced that saying, and that ended at the beginning of this year. So I feel like there really is only a personal connection to any of the news from this week. So that is what Austin Cindric had to say regarding his father's firing from Team Penske, keeping it pretty professional there. That's kind of what we expect from Austin Cindric, not really expecting anything more than this from him. And as much as we've seen kind of a discussion surrounding the Coca-Cola 600, et cetera, and that Penske is being on its P's and Q's, I think that's an absolute bunch of nonsense. I think that the NASCAR teams are probably very separated from the IndyCar programs, and they're probably business as usual, as Austin is saying here. Now, obviously, he also did talk about how Roger Penske did meet with everyone at his organization and has spoken with them, etc. So that is obviously different, but I don't think Penske, especially their Cup program, is holding back on their performance or anything like that. I think they're going to be trying to push the envelope as much as they have been this year, and they're going to be trying to bring their best product to the race, regardless of what is going on with the IndyCar and the Indianapolis 500. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here from Austin Cindric and his comments. But let me know what you guys make of this. Let me know in the comments below.